Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first edition of TBN Bracketology, Season 3. First one that I'm publishing live, but the second time I'm doing this for the guys. It's about time I get this started. You know, I said week 7, then I said week 8, and then I said week 9. What about at the start of week 10 when shit is finally starting to pick up? And we'll get into it, but I can't wait to share everything I got for you guys now. So here we go. As of today, November 5th, this is the projected consolation bracket. So these are the guys that aren't making money, and I just feel bad. And it probably will change. Like we'll get into it, but these are the guys that right now aren't gonna do so hot. So Ashton at 7, Eric at 8, Paul at 9, Berg at 10, Keen at 11, and Kyan at 12. Some guys will stay here, and some guys probably will not. So, that being said, this is the projected playoff bracket. I'm at 1, Hoos at 2, Geet at 3, Kren at 4, Erks at 5, and then Huts at 6. This is as of today. I cannot stress that enough. Shit will change. It will. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams are 6-3. Like that's unbelievable. Here they are. Every single team right here. All in the playoffs right now. Every team is 6-3, more than 80% chance to make a playoffs. I mean, these teams right here are firmly contenders just based off record. And in order, I have the highest percent, which is 93, bound to change. Geet has 92%. Who's has 90%. Then Erks has 84%. Then Krenna with 82. These are the teams that when you play them, you want to beat them so bad. Like you have to beat these teams if you are not, and then if you are these teams, you just want to keep winning. You know you want to keep winning. These are the teams that have the best overall roster construction, have scored the most points, have put together really good seasons, and there's some familiar names, myself and Who's. Then you look at Dylans, the Geets, and the Coles, and you're like, it's about time that these teams finally, are contending. They want the money. These are the teams that have a really, really good shot at winning the $270. Like this is what you want. I mean, I mean, I don't really know what else to say besides the fact that most of these guys have a pretty good, rest of the way, I would say. In this league now, weeks 12 through 14 are rivalry weeks, which means you play every team in your division, which is only 3, and I think everybody knows that. But these are the teams that you want to beat if you're not these teams I keep saying. But I mean, I think out of these 5, I don't know. I really like this Hoos team. He's got the best schedule going forward for sure. And then Geet has the second best, I would say. Like those are the 2 guys that probably are going to get the buys at the end of the day. But we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen yet. But these are the contenders. This is what I got. I like everything that's going on with these guys. In the hunt, all these 4 teams right here have at least 20% chance to make the playoffs. These are the teams that are like we're contending, like you are contending for a playoff spot, but then you're like kind of not at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. You're right there though. These teams are right there. All have at least 20% chance of making it. In order, I believe it is Huts with 50, then Eric with 35, then Ashton 34, and then Paul with 22. I put Paul in here because of the trade he just made, as I mentioned in the prior video. But for those that don't fucking watch or care, the trade that just happened, Paul just got DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift, Justin Herbert, and Derrick Henry for, this is what he gave up, JJ McCarthy, other JJ, Justin Jefferson, Bucky Irving, and Travis Etienne. So I like his end of the package, which is why I put him here. And I like his division a lot. I mean, he plays in the Jenkins League, which is the worst league by far. It's not even close. And he can play Geet again, and he plays Keaton again, and he plays Kine again. All teams that probably aren't going to make it very far. But Ashton, I think he's right there. I really think he has a really good shot at making the playoffs. And I think with his roster, CeeDee Lamb, Christian McCaffrey, those are guys that can carry you by themselves. It's a lot to love. And then Hutz, he's right there just because he keeps fucking scoring points. Mahomes and Gibbs, like those guys are dogs. You love it. And then Eric, he just knocked me off his roster. Amon Ra, Kyron, Nico Collins. Like if these guys stay hot, like my God, this is a fun team. These are fun teams. These are the teams that I keep always talking about before. Like these are the teams right here that you want to beat some of those contenders, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be great. I should have mentioned prior that me. Actually, I'll save that. Sorry, but these are the teams right here that it's over. Like I'm sorry. Like this is Kine for sure. He was 1-8. It's over, bro. Bergen, you're 3-6. Keaton, you're 3-6. It's not looking great. Each team has less than 10% in order. It goes Keaton right at 10%, Bergen at 9%, and then Kine a measly 1%. It's not looking great. I feel bad. Kine, I mean, I cannot reiterate that enough, but it's not there. Keaton, you just traded pretty much half your team away. And I mean, it's a fun, like, Bucky's a fun guy to watch, but I don't really like the package that you gave up. And then Bergen, I mean, I know you just scored a fucking 1,000 points last week, but I mean, at the end of the day, you're starting Aaron Jones and Devin Singletary in your RB spots, and then I really don't think Sam Darnold and Michael Penix are going to go for 20 plus like they did last week. I think your season's over. These are the teams. I mean, again, it's still going into week 10, so shit can change, but I don't like it. But the next segment, I love. Here we go. This is the very first edition TBN Fantasy League Season 3 Bracketology. Let's get started. Consolation Ladder. This is what I project. Really not much changes just because I need to see more from this team right here. These guys pretty much I would say. I need to see more. You guys are still the 9 and 10 right now, but in 2 weeks we'll reconsider. We'll do these every week just like the recaps. But I got Hutz at 7, Eric at 8, Paul at 9, Berg at 10, Keaton at 11, Kyan at 12. This is how I project it as of November 5th. I think Hutz would win this matchup, so he goes over here. I think between Berg and Paul, I think Paul takes it down, so he goes up here. So Eric goes down here because he lost. And then I think out of these two, I mean, come on, it's got to be Keaton. This team right here is so ass. So these guys would move up right here. Berg goes down here. Kynes to transfers over. So now this is a battle for at the absolute worst you can get if you're in this game right here, just in general, is 10th place. But out of these two, I think Paul would beat Hutz. So Paul moves over here. Hutz moves down here. Then between Eric and Kyan, or wow, Eric and Keaton, so sorry. I think Eric would win realistically. I mean, this team just sold its soul. But we'll see. We'll see how that pans out. I could be talking on my ass, but as of right now, I would take Eric's team. I would put him up here. Keane falls back down. And then Berg and Kime, I mean, it's Berg all day. So Berg moves back up right up here. So, that being said, for the seventh place game, I know you guys can't see the winner, but between Paul and Eric, I would probably take Paul's team just because of the trade that he just made. I keep saying, Eric, you would finish eighth. And I know last year, I think you finished fifth. So I mean, you're and the first year I think you finished somewhere like 9 or 8. I'd have to double check. I know this is kind of raw footage, but that's what you're right in the middle of the pack every year. Both of you guys are, I would say. So Paul would get seventh, Eric would get eighth, and then between these two, I think it would have to be Huts for sure, just because I don't trust half Bergen's roster. I like Huts' roster a lot more than Keaton and Kyan. Once again, I think Keaton, my God, pulls it off. Kyan's team is going to finish dead last. I mean, it has to. There's no way around it. But this is what I got for the best of the worst right here. This is what I got as of today. Is subject to change. I cannot stress that enough. This is just early playoff projections. Holy fuck, I can't talk. But this is what I got into the fun stuff. This is the playoff bracket. This is what I got as of today. Again, subject to change. It looks a little bit different than how it was the actual projected stuff. Um, I got Hoos at the 1 just because he'll win his division. I think after this week, when Dylan upsets me, he'll firmly take the second seed for sure. Then Geet will stay at the 3. I think he's got the easiest division. All he has to do is probably win 3 out of the next 5, and you're fine. Like you'll be good. And then I got myself at the 4, the best wild card. Then Krenna, second best wild card. Then Ashton gets into the playoffs. He knocks off probably Berg again. He probably beats who else? Let me look really quick. I think you win, Ashton. Let's go through this. I think you beat Geet this week. I really do. You beat Kime, so there's 2. You beat Berg, that's 3. You probably lose to Hoos, but then you beat Huts. You probably win 4 out of your next 5. I mean, dude, come on. You're right. If you do that, you're in the playoffs. So, Hoos 1, Erks 2, Geet 3. I'm at 4, Crane at 5, Ashton at 6. So we got moving into the second round. I think between Krenna and myself, Krenna already has the upper hand. He's already beat me once. He's probably going to beat me twice. Why not make it 3 times? He's moving on to the second round. This will be the first time that I don't make it, but I probably won't. My team is injured up the ass, but we'll see. And then between Ashton and Geet, I know I was just jerking off Ashton, but he just has such a god squad. I don't know how, even though he's made some pretty crazy trades and done some crazy roster construction, he still has an amazing team. This is why I got him right here. And these matchups, this is where it gets fun because no matter if you win or lose, you still have a shot at money because third place gets your money back. So we'll see how that goes. But between Hoos and Krana, it's Hoos all day. Hoos has easily the best roster right now. No injuries. Most of his teams already had their bye. Like it's hard not to like. And then Geet and Erks. I mean, come on, it's Geet again. This dude literally has a superstar everywhere you look besides receivers. It's disgusting. I mean, the fact that he has Josh Allen, Bijan Achan, Matt Stafford. I mean, holy fucking Christ. Those four by themselves can carry you to a championship. So, Erks, I'm sorry. Grant, I'm sorry. I know I didn't put it on here, but between those two to get their money back, give me Erks. Erks gets his money back. Crana just misses out on some money, and I'm sorry. But the real money is right here. Hoos, Geet, Muff Bowl. And the Muff Bowl goes to Hoos probably. I mean, the consistent, production throughout the entire lineup is what's going to prevail over, four really, really good spots rather than, you know, nine solid, great spots, if that makes sense. So this is what I got for the bracketology of the money. Hoos takes the fucking jackpot. Geet doubles up, and then Erks probably just gets his money back. This is what I have as the final standing projections as of November 5th. Hoos 1, Geet 2, Erks 3, Krenna 4, I'm at 5, Ashton at 6. I know I didn't do this one, but it really won't matter. No one gets money there. We probably both rage. Paul at 7, Eric at 8, Berg at 9, Hutz at 10, Keaton at 11, and kind of 12. Kind of similar to the power rankings I just posted, but gentlemen, this is what I got for the first ever bracketology that's getting published. So, that being said, good night, everyone.